How many fish did we catch? Well, if I could tell you, in 1967, my ship caught 138,000 kits of fish. That's 10-stone kits of fish. But that was for the year. That was for the year. And that was significant. The reason I remember the figure, I looked it up last night, and it was because I won the Challenge Shield for that particular year. And that was the amount of fish that was landed from my ship. But that was sort of the top ship out the port. So I suppose anywhere from 15,000 kits to 40,000 kits was the range of the trawlers, an annual catch. Yes, they were. My older brother he was the reason I went to sea, actually, because he went to sea when he was 16 and I was 2 years later, and by that time things were very poor on Hesle Road. People didn't have a lot of money, and contrary to what some people say, the money in the fishing industry wasn't bad. It was probably at times twice the amount earned by a shore worker of that time. So it was okay, and to see him with this amount of money and cigarettes to burn almost, I thought, I really want to be part of this. I want to really be part of this cash. And that's the reason I went to sea. I hated it, I might tell you. Hated it completely for a whole year. I was seasick. I hated the living standards. I hated everything about it, really. But I was too proud to leave. And of course, after the year, then I was hooked, and it became very exciting and a great opportunity to earn money and have a better lifestyle. 2 more brothers went to sea after me, so there were 4 of us, and I think it's significant that all the 4 of us were skippers at the same time, and it's the only time on the Port of Hull that 4 brothers have been skippers at the same time. Well, in the early days, of course, they were just gutted on board and washed and put into ice on board the ship. I don't know whether you've been around the Arctic coast there, but that was what happened in the days when I first went to sea. But subsequent to that, of course, we got freezer trawlers where we used to actually freeze the fish, gutted it just the same, and then froze it in blocks of fish, all packed together in things, 120-pound blocks of frozen fish. And then later than that, of course, we started filleting fish at sea. So the fish were filleted after being gutted and headed, and those fillets were then packed in polythene, interleaved in polythene. And those shatter packs, as they were called then, simply because when you banged them on the ground, the polythene came apart, and all the fillets, you could get individual fillets out, and they go straight to the fish shop, even to this day. That's how the fish goes. And it's frozen at sea, and it's why, by and large, there aren't many fish shops in the whole of the country, I might add, where you go to and you can't get good fish and chips, because it's frozen at sea, the very freshest,